The Central Organization of Trade Unions has called for full implementation of the National Social Security Fund Act of 2013 to benefit Kenyan workers. Court Secretary General Francis Atwoli expressed concerns over misinformation and the political narratives surrounding the NSSF's rollout. Atwoli emphasized that NSSF is a saving mechanism, not a tax designed to support workers during retirement. He also highlighted that Social Security is a fundamental human right as outlined by the International Labour Organization and Kenya's Constitution. Atwoli pointed out that Kenya lags behind in its East African community peers in social security contributions. Former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has publicly opposed the increased NSSF deductions, claiming that they are adding to the financial burden on Kenyans.
Pearl Newsbeat.
President William Ruto has announced plans of scrapping the vetting of persons seeking registration cards in the northeastern region as he commences his regional development tour, while castigating the vetting as a requirement for receiving ID and birth certificates following the shifter insurgency of the 1960s. The head of state says the practice had turned discriminatory, further disgruntling unity forces paired by his government. These, as the locals have also decried that immigration officers subject them to discriminating and unfair vetting process to ascertain their nationality before they issued with the crucial cards.
Ile maneno ya vetting ambayo ilikuwa inagandamiza watu wa Northern Kenya wanafanywa kama sio Wakenya wengine wakati wanatafuta kitambulisho ama mambo ya kuhakikisha kwamba wanapata pia passport. And therefore I want to give you assurance that it is my responsibility to make sure that Kenya is united.
Last year, Immigration and Citizen Service peers Julius Bitoke said that the government will review policies on the mandatory vetting of residents in Tana River, Isiolo, Marsabit, Garissa, Wajir and Mandera counties, which has been a precondition for issuing IDs and other registration documents. President William Ruto has also made a veiled criticism against leaders following tribal politics, vowing to dismantle any of their attempts. Speaking at the Mandera Teachers Training College, the head of state added that he will relent to push back against such actions and called on all leaders to unite the country.
Na mimi nataka niwahakikishie wale wanajaribu kutugawanya, they will fail and they will fail miserably. Mara wanataka kutugawanya kwa misingi ya kabila, mara wanataka kutugawanya sijui nani wa bara nani wa pwani, mara wanataka kutugawanya nani wa mulima nani wa bonde, mara wanataka kutugawanya nani yako na payslip nani hana payslip. Hawa watu mimi nawaambia, they have no plan, they have no agenda, they have no ideas, they are leaderless, they have no plan for this country, and I want to promise you that they will not succeed to divide our nation.
Meanwhile, his former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua termed as charade the formation of the broad-based government, noting that President Ruto is hoodwinking Kenyans. According to Gachagua, the UDA-NSC merger is meant to chart the 2027 election path, with the political alignment taking already in the offing. Gachagua has challenged the Mulembe nation to shun away from politics of deceit and unite behind one leader.
Broad-based hakuna kitu imebadilika, na nyinyi mmepata nini watu wa Western kwa hiyo broad-based? Oparanya amekuja amebadilisha ababu. Zero sum game. There's nothing you gained. What did you gain? Changing one person with another. Huyu ni wa Busia, huyu ni wa Kakamega. There's nothing for Mulembe nation. The personal gain ni Raila kwa sababu alileta watu wangu nao kwa serikali. Nyinyi mlipoteza. You changed one for one. Okay? Hiyo mlichezewa.
While spilling the beans on his fallout with the President William Ruto that led to his impeachment last year, Gachagua says members of both Parliament and Senate were bought at a fee, with each senator bagging 10 million shillings while MPs each took 500,000 Kenya shillings each.
Hizo vita rais alikuwa ananiambia nijiusuru, because alikuwa ameniambia wewe jiusuru nikupatie bilioni 2 uende nyumbani, uende upumzike, fanya mambo yako, uwe na security, uwe na mshahara na unaweza simama siku nyingine. Sasa nikajiuliza, yule anakupangia mabaya anaweza kukupatia suluhisho ya vile utaishi?
Gachagua also hinted at contesting the 2027 election, noting that his ongoing court cases will not block his political ambitions.
Mambo ya kwamba ati nikifukuzwa sitasimama kiti, hiyo haina maana kwangu. Unajua watu wanafikiria ati mimi ni mtu najipenda sana. Sio lazima nikuwe chochote katika hii Jamhuri ya Kenya.
Deputy President Kindiki has called on government critics to be fair in their assessment of President William Ruto's performance. Speaking during a meeting with the grassroots leaders from Samburu County, Kindiki emphasized the need for constructive criticism that focuses on progress rather than political rivalry. Kindiki further said that President Ruto should be given the full year term to fulfill the promise made to Kenyans before facing scrutiny at the ballot in 2027. Kindiki has defended the government's progress, stating that critics will have no basis for complaints once all planned projects are completed. He noted that while opponents are focused on unfinished or yet to begin initiatives, the administration remains committed to fulfilling its promises. He emphasized that once the targets are met, critics will be left without issues to highlight.
He has a 5-year term. So those questions will come at the right time. Lakini also we don't mind you reminding us what we say because you are helping us achieve our targets. Kwa sababu sasa once we achieve our targets, I wonder what these characters will say. Sasa hii wanasema, hii haijaanza, hii haijakamilika, itakamilika. And then you will have no story. Naona wengine wana complain the other day ati tumepea sugarcane farmers bonus. But that's what we said, that sugarcane and sugarcane farming is going to be profitable. We waived the debts. We are now paying farmers every week.
And across borders, at least 40 people were killed when heavily armed gangs attacked the Kanskov neighborhood in Haiti on January 27th, displacing more than 1,660 residents. The Vive and Sun gang coalition stormed homes, fired indiscriminately, and set a building ablaze, targeting both the elite and working class. The government failed to act in time, with the Prime Minister Alex Didier later admitting officials were aware of the impending attack but did not mobilize forces to prevent the massacre. Police later deployed specialized units killing at least 20 gang members, but law enforcement unions criticized the government's lack of preparedness and resources.
Pearl Radio, the home of fresh and classic hits.